going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. The Horned Frogs will put total weather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs offense will go on the attack first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Grab behind the line. It's Barnes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Hoover. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Pocket breaking down. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. He's got it. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Horned Frogs are flying down the field. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle, it's James. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. This will likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And, oh, he's got some space. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Grabbed in the middle. It's McAllister.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Complete downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Horned Frogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Play action. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run it from the gun. Powers through. He's loose on another broken tackle. Touchdown, SMU. He would not be denied.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Finds the tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's McAllister. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Horned Frogs are marching down the field. This time they'll go to the running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Got his man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Quick completion on the out route. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
Man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Pulls it in. It's Knight. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy thrown vertically down the field. SMU has everything they need. Rhett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
And the Mustangs racing to the line in a hurry-up. Running there. Breaks into the open. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
guys in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
They'll go to the ground. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Jennings. The screen, he's got wheels. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Gives it on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Hudson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Caught over the middle. It's McAllister. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a 1st down, and they've got to show this urgency. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Pressure coming. He turns that loose down the right side. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Got room to work. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Barnes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. I could throw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Horned Frogs are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Small. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to that trip to the house.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. East Carolina is down, but they are not out. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to BYU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Got a man, it's Johnson. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs. Offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took him right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. That penalty puts the defense in a bind. It'll be 3rd and 1. They'll try to get the first through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, TCU! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
A quick pass to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Throwing right. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. And the Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Armstrong! And the beatdown has ensued. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game that...
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Mustangs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Knight. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Gonna look downfield again. He's got him. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Harden. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Jennings. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result...
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. The Mustangs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep...
Oh, he's got some space.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room, it's Palmer. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Wants to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's McAllister. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Horned Frogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Trying to slam in. Touchdown, TCU! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Got it in the middle. It's Brinson. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. Home field